finally done with you, piece of shit. Garbage animal. Oh, hello. Did I see you there? Welcome to Palworld Island. My name is Rentin, and I will be your guide and reviewer for Palworld for today. Let's begin. I'm gonna be covering a lot of, let's say, topics today. So if you're interested in any specific topics that are included in the game, please make sure to check the timestamps. There will be timestamps that show you which part or what I talk about. But, well, let's begin with the story. We all start from on top of that mountain. And in general, the way you start Palworld, you are basically given a secret, a mystery that you have to solve by going to these sanctuaries that you can see on the map. But regarding the story, after you go to the sanctuaries, just it falls down. Okay, the story is good. The characters, all of them, including Memorist, it's very well placed. I loved how they placed Memorist here because it shows you what is going to happen aside from what you can do right now, like next to these. And it also gave you too much high hope, by the way, because Gumos, Kativa, Lamball, Chickapee, even Foxbox, these characters actually have characteristic movements. For example, like, look at Kativa. By the way, yeah, this is gonna be a long video because I want to be as thorough as possible about this. So, for example, if you see these characters, they all have their own specific things. Like, for example, Kativa is a coward, okay? Look at it. It goes, it shows you a middle finger, it taunts you, and just runs away from you. It has character, okay? This guy actually has character, believe it or not. But after you're done with the towers, there's no more mystery. Nothing is unlocked. You do not know after beating Zoe and Griswold what the hell you're going to do. You only have a Memorist, you only have level 38 to get, so you can actually just fight this guy. And that's it about the story. Then, yeah, we can defend it like, let's say you can go to your journals and you can collect all of these journals and start reading them. But this is not a reading game. This is a sandbox game. This is a survival game. You should actually give me more than these texts. Okay, they tell the story, how we got here, some people's journals. Yeah, this faction does this, that faction does that. But it is not enough. It is basically not enough. You're just hanging by a thread of ambiguity and uncertainty about what the hell happened here, why am I here? Let's do a comparison. For example, there's a game called Albion Online. Albion Online has a total of, I think, 10 or 5 minutes of tutorial. Then you're thrown into a world that you literally have, I think, 120, 130-ish weapon masteries. Then there's double that crafting masteries and so on. And you never feel the need for any type of story, any clues, anything. The game just keeps giving, okay? It keeps giving. But what they did here up until this tower, it is exhilarating. It is awesome. It is fantastic. I love the creatures here. I love how you start the game. I love how the build-up goes to, yes, I'm going to build a base. I'm going to level up. I'm going to beat the hell out of Pikachu. But, well, it just goes like, after that, out. Very anticlimactic until you kill this boss. Then you're left with a very, very vast world that you can explore, but now it is time to talk about exploration. I know this game is still in beta. There was a lot of controversy about AI-generated maps, biomes, everything. You know what? Actually, this game is not that bad for a beta. The church, I don't know, up until here, it's a work in progress, okay? I honestly love what they did with some of the Terrans. For example, this place is gorgeous. This place is very gorgeous. But the thing is, as I said, like the build up here, now the exploration and the terror until here is very, very good. But let's see. Just look here. 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 It follows a certain pattern. Like, you either need to, like, see these even? The ruins? You get a couple of clues about the ruins here and here. Then, where was the mountaintop? Yeah, around here. Yeah. This is the ruins. You get a couple of hints for even the ruins that you're gonna see around here and here and here. But to be honest, like, what is a reason that's gonna drive me to go to these other islands except from, well, let's go see what other monsters are there? That is not enough. That is honestly not, not enough. I love how they strategically placed bosses at the corners of the map. For example, especially this is very nice. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but this boss, this, and this are actually located in a way that when you reach them, you can actually see the fiery mountains. So then you're like, oh, well, what is that place? Then you go there and you have to waste all of that just to get to one boss, one tower boss, and 3 very high level bosses that you will have definitely a hard time to beat because you saw it when you were fighting level 25, level 11, what is the other one? Level 30? Yeah, level 29 beacon. Then you jump to level 50. Then you go here and you're like, oh shit, they're gonna kill me. I'm not supposed to go there. So you go back and then you face this, Anubis. You're like, okay, if this boss is like the level 47, then there shouldn't be anything up there. Then you come back while you actually have to go to this parts of the map. Yeah, and what the hell is wrong with you people? Like, why would they put like this? 31, 30, 28, 50, 15 to 30? That's a big jump. That's a big jump. 17, okay. Then you go here, 31 again. Why? 23, 30? This is too much of a jump. This is too much of a jump. These bosses need to be relocated in a way that they actually make sense. I know there are, when you die in Palworld, give me a moment. And Jumpu, can I die, please? Nope, that will not be enough. Again. Oh, I need to die from a higher place. Come on, go down. Oh my, I did not know that. I did not know you can't die. It hit me, it double. Did you see that? I can't even die when I want to. What is wrong with you? Come on, please. Can I? Yes, thank you. Thank you. Wow. I just fell into the water. I just fell into water. Nice. Okay, so yeah, I get it. You can spawn from these places too. Okay, yeah, when you die, you can literally just spawn from these places. That's why, let's say, they put like different parts and like different level bosses, but these don't make sense. These do not make sense. Okay? What am I gonna do here? What am I gonna do here? This makes sense. Good pal population, a boss to follow it up. But when you come here, there's the same pattern, a level 31 boss, another Memorist. Then when you go here, the bosses are just too high level. When you go here, you're left with the Sanctuary. You can see the Sanctuary and so on. Nah, not good enough. Not good enough, honestly. I mean, in order to encourage the players to go and, let's say, explore in a meaningful way, what they could have done was, okay, you're not giving any stories, but when you enter a beacon, and when you actually defeat the boss in this beacon, this beacon, instead of just giving you a waypoint that has nothing to do with the whole game, and it's just one waypoint next to another waypoint. What this beacon could have done, you see that? That could have lightened up and actually pointed at, let's say, a direction on the map, or maybe some place on the map. For example, here, maybe you could have put one of the tower bosses, like here, and the beacon actually shows you a ray of light. Okay, go there. Then you go here. Okay, so I am level 20 here. I beat this boss when I was 20. So for level 30, next boss, I have to go here. Then when you come here, there was a boss. That boss was going to point you, let's say, at the level 40 boss over here. So we were like, okay, another reason to go here. Nice. Then when you kill this, it could have pointed like here. And this one points back here. Makes sense, right? Then you actually had a reason given by the game to actually go around. I don't know. There's a lot of things that could have been done. Like I'm not just shitting on the game, by the way. I love this game. I have around 150 hours in this, and believe it or not, I can pour another 150, and I will still not be done with it. Just look at the unlocks that I don't have. I have all the pals. I just got all of the pals, okay? I got them all. But for technology, I didn't have enough time to do dungeons, or did not have enough reasons to do the dungeons, because I just did everything that I could. And I watched the YouTube videos. The homing sphere is honestly too garbage. I did not even bother making it. And, well, yeah. Next. All right, next comes the combat mechanics. I honestly like the combat mechanics, what they did with the crit hits. Like, it's a shooter game. At the same time, it's a catch-em-all game, let's say. Headshots do more damage. Makes sense. Awesome. Lower level pals run away from you. Very awesome, very realistic. But assuming a boss fight, for example, the Penking fight, for example, this is one of the first fights that you actually have in the game. Okay, I'm too high level, so he's not moving. But let's look at the spells, okay? Let's look at the spells. So, very good, very nice. He's not that big. You can actually predict it. You have a chance of fighting back. Rolling actually helps you get out of the spell zones. Okay? Up until this point, yeah, good, awesome, nice. Good mechanics. You can jump, you can run, you can avoid them. You kill him, or maybe you just want to catch him. You catch him. Oh, well, you don't want to come. You stay here. Okay, this was a beginner level boss, let's say. Very good mechanics. Awesome. Good atmosphere. Even though it's repetitive, it's still good. It's still good. I believe in them. I just want to believe in them because I really like the game. I just want to believe that they will do something about it. But the second part about the combat is actually bad. Let's go there. Alright, for example, who is he shooting at? Who exactly is he shooting at? Who are they fighting? Who are they exactly fighting? Where is the enemy? Huh? Where is the enemy? Can I... Hello? Sir? Hello, Mr. Syndicate? Who are you? Who might you be fighting? Let me have a look. I see no one. Oh, me. Well, not me. Not me. Yeah, that's one thing about the combat. Very confused AI. Very hormonal AI. They are just hormonal. That's the only thing that explains it. But it gets worse. It gets much worse. Wait. Alright. Here we come. We are here, by the way, where Palladius is. Okay, this is just an example of how horrible the combat can get. As I show you, most of the spells in Palworld, you can just roly-poly them. Yeah, not kidding. If you even check the Lamb Ball, they overdid the parody thing a little bit. If you look at the spells in the Palworld, this guy, he actually has the spell called Roly Poly. Where is it? Yeah, Roly Poly. They literally named it Roly Poly. I love Japanese parody, but well, it can be too much sometimes. Too much. If you, by the way, just something for people who want to know how or get familiar with the parody industry, I highly suggest watching an anime called Gintama. Gintama actually represents how well you can deliver Japanese style parody, but this is not it. This is definitely not it. But, well, let's come back to the topic of fighting. A lot of spells in Palworld are either homing very fast or they give you too much time to think. So they're either too easy or too hard. There is no balance. There's no middle ground between, let's say, a difficulty level of avoiding. These two bosses actually have 4 spells that they can hit you with. Let me demonstrate. Come. Come. Don't call your buddy, though. Okay, this one is a homing one. You can avoid it by roly-polying, or you can just run away from it. But the bad part is, when they actually start doing these... Yeah, saw that? This is not even bad. This is not even bad. I'm cheesing it. Okay, look at this spell. Yeah, you can't avoid that, okay? You cannot avoid that spell. 90% of the time, it hits you. 90% of the time, that spell actually hits you. Again, repetitive pattern, no surprises, nothing at all. And then it comes to the time that he's gonna do this. Which all 90% of the bosses do the same spell. 90% of them do the same spell. And this guy, that thing has a version called Fireball. That Fireball almost has 100% chance of hitting you. And what the hell is this? Come on. And give me a moment. Same spell. Again. Show me your ray gun. Please show me your ray gun. You're not doing a good ray gun. Let me call you buddy. Your buddy actually does. Okay, here it comes. See this? See this? Now look at this. How is one guy supposed to fight this? How are you supposed to fight this? Except if you don't cheese this fight. Yeah, so this is another problem that comes up with the fighting mechanics in Palworld. Most of the bosses are not to be fought as a single player. Oh, well, goddamn, I couldn't get away. Jesus Christ. 1 second, let me grab my body. Alright, the problem that comes with those fights is... Wow, they're fighting trees again. Yeah, this is a skirmish. Don't don't bother with it. They're practicing. They're practicing for the real fight. One big problem that comes with actually those kind of boss fights that most fights and most end game fights in Palworld are too easy for a group and too hard for a single player. Unless you cheese them. I know, this is a multiplayer game, but yeah, but there is a single player mod. If there's a single player mod, why not scale the mobs, scale the bosses in a way that actually makes sense for the single player as well? Let's assume someone like me who does not have enough time to schedule to play with his friends. I don't even have friends to play with, but if I had, that's another question. Even if you had friends and you scheduled it, this was going to be easy combats. Okay, very easy combats with the right equipment. There is no challenge in it. But when you're solo and you're fighting the same bosses, it kind of secludes the single player players out. I know this is a gotta catch 'em all game, but what is really happening here is that the company did not decide that they want this game to be either for single player or for multiplayer. So they were like, yeah, gotta catch 'em all players. So they just made it general. They opened it. They opened very early game, mid game. You can just do them dungeons. You don't need anyone's help for doing dungeons. You can just basically solo all of the dungeons, even dungeons that are like 10 level lower than yours. But when it comes to the very, very end game items, they're like, nope, screw you. Go get friends. Or, well, just make a big ramp, make them go on top of it, and throw them off. That's basically it. That's not it. That should not be it. That is absolutely horrible. They need to do something about the scaling for single player and multiplayer, or this game is gonna be a dead end at the end because you cannot satisfy everyone. The game company, I know it's an indie game, maybe even they themselves did not think that this game will be this successful and just said, well, let's make it. If people play it, they play it. Let's target both groups and single players to play the game. But, well, here's the thing. It's a big game now. They have to make a decision about this. Next. All right, base building. Let's talk about that. Up until some points in the game, it is very rewarding. It has a good way of telling a story. You just start from your first base, your structures, you go on and on and on. Then it honestly, except if you want to like see a monkey shoot an AK or an SMG leaf monk, the rest of it just becomes a little bit null. It's not rewarding enough. It's the slope is too slow when it comes to your technology. For example, yeah, you make the handgun, then you make this gun. It does the same damage as your crossbow, but with more fire rate. Then there's the problem of bullets being very hard to make. Players who are actually in this level will never be able to actually make these bullets. Yeah, they will not. Unless, like, there's... Like, by the time you make the rifle and you make a good enough amount of bullets to fight a boss that's level 36, you probably will make it to level 45, 42, and you're gonna unlock shotgun, which I didn't even feel the need, because you know why? Check this out. So, let me give you one thing. You don't even need to unlock weapons in this game because there's something called the schematics, and the schematics do not require you to even know how to make the weapon itself. Look at this. I can make a level 2 shotgun without knowing how to make a level 1 shotgun. Yeah, that's another bug. Then, in general, the base building is good. It's cute. Especially when you just start the game. It is very exciting. I love how they made the interactions. Like the work sustainability. The work sustainability tab is awesome. But, for example, things like cooling, you don't, like, ever feel the need for cooling. Because cooling is only 2 usages. Number one, you make these, where is it? Yeah, these cooler boxes, they make your food never go bad, kinda. But your pal is literally supposed to, like, 24/7 just spray their frosty chills upon it. Then number two is these coolers, when you put them next to your eggs actually, like, egg spheres. What was the name? Oh god, I forgot it. It's been such a long time. Yeah, incubator. And when you put those coolers next to your incubator, it's your pal is an ice pal. It increases decreases the incubation time, and your eggs just hatch faster. That's cooling. But it's not good enough. If you're gonna put it there, if there's gonna be that, why does this exist? Look at the cooldown of my food. 6.40 seconds. I'm gonna sort it. Say 10 seconds. Again, 10. 10. 10. 10. Yeah, so... Well, guess I'm not ever gonna need that. And the moment you put down your first farms, they give you so much food that you never even feel the need for a cooler. So you made a cooler, you made an item that's supposed to be used in a base, but there is no need to use it because the farming is not balanced. Because why? Because of this. Why? I stopped producing berries a long time ago. Why? Balance it, please. The big beds, if you're not trying to make like a good harem, let's say pal harem beds, these are literally useless. And aside from everything, you see that guy? That guy is up there stuck every day. I am terrified of putting anything that is like this high. I even tried giving it, let's say, a landscape to like walk onto and go down. It doesn't work. And on top of everything, the building zone is too small for one base, and 2 PAL boxes are just too big for one base. Hello? And there's never enough space to make something that can contain all of this. Like, you either have to make 2 bases or 3 bases. You can never have all of these in a single base unless you want your pals to be stuck and just mashed into each other 24/7. So they need to think something about the zone that you occupy when you're actually making the thing. And yeah, by the way, these fires work. You can put them near incubator. You don't even need a heater anymore. It gives them enough heat. It gives them to the 50% they need. And I never even chill them anymore. And aside from that, the power chargers literally are useless. This is at 100%. Your pal gets stuck here. He will always charge it up. And it only depletes when you use the machines, but no one is using machines. So why is this guy charging this? That's another one. There is a ton of these things that's happening in the game. It's a beta game. I wish they fix it. I wish they fix it. But, and that size in my base, it's as big as my building. And when it gets stuck, I have to like go to my PAL box. I have to put them in, then put them back. And well, there you go. Now he is free. You're free. Run. Run for your life. Base building in general in Palworld is kinda ass right now. So I hope they fix it. I hope they fix it. Next. Alright, for the dear new player who wants to start Palworld and have not tried the game yet, would I suggest buying Palworld, playing Palworld? Most definitely. But don't get your hopes high. It's a game that's in the beta phase. I know there's a lot of controversy going on about the game. I don't care. I don't give a shit about controversies. Personally, I never even pay attention to the controversies that much. I know, and by the way, I've grown up with Pokemon, okay? I grown up, literally, with Pokemon and Digimon games. But the thing is, Palworld has its own problems, internal problems that they need to solve. After that, yeah, plagiarism, I don't know, whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't care. It's a good game. I played it. I enjoyed it. I hope they make it better. If they don't, I will have no reason, to be honest, to play this game again. Because after doing all of this, after like 120 hours, I honestly stopped enjoying the game after the first 60. And the reason was because it got repetitive. There was too many glitches. You can't really, like, I like challenging games, but there needs to be a challenge first. Even without cheesing, with cheesing, whatever, the game does not have a soul. The game is just a parody. It's a caricature. And caricatures, what? I don't have my glider, do I? Anyways, the game is a caricature, and you just need to add a spice to it if you want to actually make it better. So I hope the devs actually do a little bit more work on the story, on the storytelling, on keeping the player. They gave what everybody wanted. We have Dark Souls. We have give me a second. We have Fortnite. We have Apex Legends. We have Cute Pals, Stardew Valley. This is all we ever wanted from every single game that we loved, but the packaging is shit. They need to fix the packaging. Okay? Whatever is inside the game is good, but the whole pack sucks ass. A game should not have this many glitches and this many plot holes, okay? It is a little bit embarrassing, to be honest. A little bit embarrassing. Did they deserve the money that everybody paid them to play the game? Yes, they did, but now it is their duty to actually earn and pay back to the community that is actually supporting this game right now and actually continue like polishing the game. If they do, good job. If they don't, well, there will be nothing that we can do except saying fuck you, Pocket Pair. Uh, yeah, Pocket Pair. I had to say it. But again, it's a good game. For new players, play it. Don't get your hopes up. This is not going to give you the satisfaction and the nostalgia you had from Pokemon, Digimon, or whatever. Play Palworld for Palworld, not because you didn't get your favorite Pokemon game this year, okay? If you want to play Pokemon, go play the Pokemon. This is Palworld, motherfucker. We shoot Pikachu in the face here. And I'm not a fan of this game, by the way. I do not even like this game that much. I'm just saying there was people who actually worked their asses off to make this game. Pay respect to the people who actually made the game. There are a lot of hardworking people behind every single game. Criticizing them aside, sometimes you have to pay them due respect. And I know a lot of people will not agree with that, but, well, that's my opinion. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video. Love you. Bye.